Okay, well, the fact that we have this is a really big deal. First and foremost, there are generators, and then there's Furman, and we are so proud to have them now as part of our HSN family. This is one of a kind, whether we talk about dual fuel, smart, virtually indetectable in terms of sound. The neighbors aren't gonna holler, hey, he's running the generator again. Hey, she's running the generator again. But what it is, it helps with both the fun factor and the fear factor. Whether you're using it with gasoline or whether you're using it with propane, we are talking about the get her done generator, done in a way that no one else in the world is doing. From the #1 name in generators, not only are they the #1 name, both in the United States and Canada, they are progressive in terms of their design. The other thing that it makes us unique for so many reasons is, yes, that price, that price, that price, that price. Because of their brand new launch here at HSN, they are doing a special value that they are not honoring for anybody else in the world. It is on wheels, so frankly, I'm sure the luggage that you dragged around your airport was probably heavier than this. And it's an easy start design, but you don't worry about oil and grease. Of course, you do want to use it outside your home, of course, 20 to 22 feet. I think we do still have a few of the extension cords to help you manage that. And I don't care if it's the RV park, the glamping, the camping, or when life gets real. And we sell a lot of great products here at HSN, but when I say this is the fun and the fear factor. And I say that, you know, not to be facetious, but I think we all realize sometimes a power outage, and especially, you know, whether it's those brownout and blackouts across the country, the scheduled ones, or whether it is you know, nature's emergency, when you don't know when the power is gonna come back on, for everything that we rely on in our life with more power for the best price than we have ever done in HSN history, then this is your final opportunity. We have Jason who's joining us, and Jason, I know not only VP of Sales, but there's nothing about generators that you don't know. I think the big thing for me, and that's why I say this takes the fear out of the, you know, that unknown, but it also puts the fun factor in. So what makes this so unique, and why is this so special for this price? With this power, this package, this portability, it really is one of a kind, isn't it?
It really is, and thanks so much for having me. It's been a really great day getting to talk to everybody. This generator really is unique. You know, this is, you know, when you think about this generator, I want you to think, you know, ease of use, compact, but very powerful. It's enough power to run all the things that are going to be important to you in a power outage. Certainly enough power to run everything in a camper or an RV, your air conditioner, microwave, charge your batteries. You know, it's going to get you through, you know, whatever power outage situation you might have, keeping your refrigerator on, keeping a heater or an air conditioner going, charging all your mobile devices, maybe plugging into your internet to keep your router and your internet on, so you stay connected and you know what's happening in the world. You know, but what's really unique about it is that it is an inverter generator and it's dual fuel. So we've made this super easy to use, and it's just so versatile. Being an inverter generator, it varies its engine speed based on the load, and that's fancy talk for essentially it's really, really fuel efficient, and it's really, really quiet. So a normal kind of stinky, dirty, oily generator that you kind of imagine maybe that you can see the engine, they're loud. They're typically 67 decibels to 75 decibels, and we're talking, you know, quite a bit louder than a vacuum cleaner. With this generator, this is 58 decibels. So this is very, very quiet. Like you said, your neighbors aren't going to hear it in the backyard. You're not going to hear it in your own house when it's running in the backyard. You know, I camp all the time, and we have an RV, and we off-road, and people all the time will come up to me and say, where in the world did you get that generator? Because they don't hear it until they get 5 or 10 feet away from it. It really is quiet.
It is one of a kind for sure. And you know the other thing, Jason, and I know we are super limited. In fact, I know we've got fewer than 1,000 of these to go around. And at this point, we don't know when we are going to get Furman back. We're working really, really hard to make that happen because they are leaders. They create one of a kind power systems. And that's why I say it takes the fear factor out of the unknown. Listen, you read the news, I know you follow what happens, and certainly the weather can be deadly, and I don't say that to be alarmist. I mean, you know that to be true, but moreover,
Sure.
an inconvenience. And, Jason, at the end of the day, because I grew up on a farm, and I think about the generator that my dad had. It was scary. I'll just be honest with you.
Sure.
It was scary.
Yeah.
I look at this and I don't take offense at this. This is so cute. I mean, it's cute.
I'm not offended at all.
It's a cute
That's
generator.
intentional.
Which I don't say that to underestimate the power, the portability, and really
That's
the
right.
versatility of this. But I think for someone like myself, and I saw Lynn actually demonstrating and talking about the control panel earlier, everything is labeled so clearly. Everything it's easy to follow. It's not like something you get it at home. And
Right.
it's not only the fear factor of OMG, when is the power coming back on? OMG, when am I going to get power from my refrigerator? When am I going to be able, I know we had our training earlier this week, and it was something that I asked about in particular. Work with your electrician, your tradesman in your area. They could create like a little circuit on your circuit breaker.
Transfer switch.
Right, so
Yes.
you could use this, we're talking about your house, guys. I mean, we're talking about taking that fear factor out. And I'm not talking about just the fear factor of losing the power, but also, Jason, it's really true, especially for women, and I'm just speaking for myself, a generator can be kind of intimidating, and that is not this. This is like, it's like you do everything that we wanted. Power, portability, the best price, best quality. That's what you guys are known for, but you didn't want to make it intimidating. And frankly, I think that's priceless, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of insurance, really, that we hope that we never have a natural disaster or something that causes a power outage at our home. Certainly, we hope that one never lasts for days or weeks, but we've seen that happen so much here in the last couple of years, whether it be, hurricanes in the southeast or, ice storms all the way from Texas up to the Midwest, or even planned power outages in California where, the power companies are turning off the power for 4 or 5 days. It's just a bit of insurance to make sure that you're ready when those things happen. This is so simple to use. I'd like to demonstrate. I've got this one hooked up to a propane tank. I also have it full of gasoline, but I'm going to show you just how easy it is to start. So I've selected gasoline for my fuel source. I'm going to turn the choke on, and here we go.
Oh, wow.
That's really it. I pushed a button.
Wow.
It's really simple. I'm 1 foot away from it, and you can still hear me. I'm not yelling. It's very, very quiet. So a lot of power in a very compact package. It's just, so easy to use. And all of that is intentional. And I agree, it's kind of cute. But,
it is.
But it really is so powerful. It has that 30 amp outlet, the cord that you mentioned that you've got a few of those left, I think. That cord plugs into this 30 amp outlet, and on the end of it has 3 120 volt household outlets, each one with its own circuit breaker. That's the best way to get the most amount of power to where you need it. And then, of course, we have a couple of 120 volt outlets. It has a USB port, so you can plug your phone right into this. It even has a 12 volt charging port that comes with cables. So if your car battery died, you could pull your generator out and charge your car battery and kind of use it to jumpstart your car battery. So it just is so versatile, so easy to use, so clean, and the versatility of being able to run on gas and propane. So we get 9 hours of runtime with just 1.8 gallons of gasoline. Wow. So amazing runtime on gasoline, but even better on propane with a 20-pound propane cylinder that we all use for our barbecues. Right. And you probably already have those in your backyard or in your garage. You can get 14 hours of runtime on a 20-pound propane cylinder. And what's neat about a generator too is that it's really the only solution that you have in a power outage situation that's going to let you run all the things that you need to run simultaneously. So this graphic on the screen shows we can run our refrigerator and our portable air conditioner and keep a room cool, and a microwave and a TV and lights, and charge all of our cell phones and tablets and computers, and all of that at the same time with this really small, compact, easy to use, quiet generator. It's the ultimate solution, really.
It is. It's perfection. I mean, seriously, it checks every box. And certainly these presentations aren't about, as I said, that fear factor, but in a way, You're watching the show for a reason, and certainly as we're in the height of hurricane season here in Florida, but not even just hurricane season. You know, life can and will happen at any moment. And Jason, if I know one thing is true, and I've been here almost 30 years at HSN. First of all, we have never done anything like this, and I want to thank you and your company, because I feel we're really providing a public service and a public awareness. We want people to be prepared, no matter what life throws their way, whether it's for the life's little mishaps, the scheduled brownouts or scheduled power outages, but more importantly, when your power is out for an extended amount of time, when it can become, quite frankly, yes, uncomfortable, but dangerous, depending on those of you out there who, I mean, we all know the heat can be, heat can be deadly, and whether that's your air conditioners, whether that's the cost of the food in your refrigerator. Certainly, I love the idea that we're talking about, your house. If you can hire an electrician and then create that switch to plug this into your fuse box. More importantly, though, you're gonna have this at the ready. And it's one less thing that you have to worry about. We are doing it for this show. This is your final opportunity. We have a couple hundred remaining, and that is it. We are working with Furman to try to do another special, or at least like another deal drop or something. At this point, we don't know when that's going to happen. Now, in honor of this historic event for us here at HSN, the launch of this brand here at the network, we're also doing 18-month VIP financing. And as the saying goes, this is something that is a priceless addition to your home. And hopefully you won't have to think about it for some time, but I can tell you this: when life's emergencies hit you, and to be fair, it's more likely than not, you are always going to be prepared. And then don't forget about that fun factor. I mean, taking it glamping, camping, tailgating, but really powering up your full-size RV and being the envy of the RV or the RV park or the campsite. Hey, Jason, can you give us a little lead in? We've got some videotape of one of your team actually demonstrating this in our great HSN Outdoors, Stephanie, and she's gonna show off just how easy and how versatile this is.
Yeah. This is Stephanie Summers. She's great, and she's going to show you just how easy it is to start and run on propane.
I'm Stephanie Summers with Firman Generators. This 3200 dual fuel generator is so great for all of your camping needs. You can power up your entire RV by plugging into this 30 amp RV plug outlet, or you can run multiple items. I've got our lights ready to go. I've got a fan over here, multiple fans. You can also add in the grill here. If you don't want to power up on your entire RV, you can hook into a power strip and run multiple items. I'm going to have this selected to propane, pull out my choke, and then just with the start of a button, I'm gonna fire up the Firman DualFuel 3200. And we have our multiple items running on the Firman DualFuel. If you're running multiple items, a great feature on the DualFuel 3200 is gonna be your eco mode. It's a black switch under your power button here, and what it does is it adjusts to the load of what you're running. So if you're running multiple items, and maybe you're running some smaller items as opposed to your full RV, the Furman will sound a little quieter in turn. It has some sound dampening with the closed frame generator, and that eco mode is gonna keep you running with a lot less noise. If you are traveling to the RV park, this is super easy to travel with. The size of the Firman 3200 is really easy to fit in the back of the trunk, the back of your truck bed, and store when you're around the campground. It's on wheels and has an easy handle to pull out here. You're moving this around to different locations. Super easy to store and move around while running multiple items. The Firman Generator 3200 Dual Fuel is perfect for all of your camping needs.
Look at that. And Stephanie didn't even break a nail, Jason.
She's great. She's great.
She didn't even break a sweat.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that, that generators and we believe obviously Firman generators save lives. We hear so many stories every year from people who it was freezing or it was boiling hot, or they're running, on their generator, they're running their important medical devices, their CPAP machine or their oxygen concentrator, all of those things, really add up. It's certainly, comfort is a wonderful thing, but a lot of times it's a safety issue. Not being without power can be really, really devastating. So, again, it's just some insurance and some added level of safety and being prepared. I would add, the time to be prepared is in advance. When the storms actually come, their generators are basically gone. So this is really the great time to get one. And HSN's made it so easy. You guys have made it so easy for all your customers, offering a wonderful deal and wonderful financing. So we hope that everybody will take advantage of that.
Boy, Jason, you nailed it for me, because yes, other ways to power your devices for just life's little mishaps and conveniences, our routers and our TVs and things like that, which obviously this is going to do. But we talk about things that are medically necessary and just the vitals for life. You absolutely should do this one. In fact, Jason was talking about that financing, how we have partnered with Furman to make this happen for you. Certainly flex pays are an option. They're less than $200. You can use your PayPal debit card, any major credit card. You can actually do 18-month VIP financing, in which case you're looking at a little over $55 on your credit card. And then don't underestimate the value of that shipping, because, while I will say, I keep saying it's cute as the dickens, but don't let that fool you into thinking it's not going to give you amazing power, especially with that dual fuel technology, which that's still just so mind-blowing to me. So, Jason, I know you and your team are going to work diligently to create some more deals here at HSN. They always say the first TS is, the hardest, because it's a whole education for people too, because they have to really kind of think about what would happen if I don't have power for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days a week. You've got my solution at the right price, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of us out there that, if you've got a big family, or even maybe if you don't have a big family, you might have over $1,000 worth of food in your refrigerator or your freezer. So even just the cost savings of making sure your food doesn't spoil when the power goes out, right there it makes it worth the investment. It's certainly worth the investment to make sure that you've got comfort and really safety when those times come.
Absolutely. And as we say, you can't put a price on that peace of mind. Jason, I got to tell you, you are an all-star. We were all so impressed with you when you were doing your trainings. They're like, man, this guy's smart. Jason, awesome job.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. And again, welcome to the HSN family with Furman. I know this won't be our last today's special from you. So thank you again. You're giving a lot of people peace of mind.